So I put my Virtual Studio and it's on its own layer right here. Alright, now I'm going to make a couple layers. The first one I'm going to make, I'm going to call it torso. Alright, and I'm going to start doing the torso basically. I'm going to go in the middle. I make sure my Virtual Studio is right in the middle, you guys, and I'm going to make a box basically and try to figure that. And my picture is not set up properly. Let me select another view, and that should work with the back right here. So another thing also is to make sure that you right click and you selected edge faces, so you can actually see the number of edges and faces you need. And another thing I'm going to do also, I'm going to right click on that object I just created, you guys, and I'm basically going to right click and select object property, and I'm going to select also see through, so we can see through that object. Alright, so another thing also, I'm going to start looking on my character and say, hey, where do I need to cut to have the main features in that object, in its torso basically right now. Well, I need to cut it right here first of all for sure. Okay, you guys, probably 1 and 2 there, so maybe, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 definition. The thing is important to remember is that you want to model your character half and half. What I mean that is that you want to have an edge that is in the half of the character everywhere, running, alright, in the middle. Why? Because when we're going to texture it, that's how we'll texture it. Flat, half and half, alright? So you want to make sure you have an edge running all the way here and all the way on the top. So we can just select the top and all the front and just texture that by itself, alright? That's super important, you guys, okay? So, I'm going to go into right here and I'm going to change a little bit this segment. Alright, you have a couple segments. Let me make 4 of them right here. Let me look in the perspective viewport. Right here. And we want also make sure that you are in edge faces right there. And I'm going to want to cut it for sure right in the middle right there. Okay, you guys? So change some of its segment right there. It's not that one. I will want to do that too, actually, to give it some thickness. Okay, that should be way enough cut now for my character. 3, 3, and 3. You know. So that's a set. Alright, so when you set it up properly like that, basically now what you need to do, I could have started if I wanted with a cylinder. Alright, I'm an old timer and I'm used to start with a box and get it rounded basically, you know what I'm saying? But you can start with a cylinder for the torso. That does, you know, a lot of people do that and that's fine with me, alright? Okay? Now what you want to do is go back into the reference right here. And first of all, move your character box. Sure. You right click basically on your mesh after that you just created, and you convert it to editable. If I can, hold on, let me turn off the just a second. And when you have it in editable poly, you just start tweaking its points, just like we did with the other object that we created. So I go to vertex. And I move it, you know, right here. And make sure you select the back also. Point. and you try to think about the features that you have on that object. You see right here, I've got a bell that goes down, so I'm going to play that point next to the bell and those next to the bell. And I'll do the same thing with the top one, so I have a belt out of the geometry that I can extrude after that. I don't have to recreate a full belt on it. So it's easy. We're missing two students?
Yeah.
I see.
Actually, there was missing a couple. I mean,
The first day, yeah.
yeah, it seems like, well, even later, it seems like people that register and then never show up.
Yeah, I had two missing last week in my other camp, yeah.
Jenny was saying in the middle school class they had something fully paid and then never
Yeah.
went in.
Yeah, some people that were going in Canada on vacation, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It does happen. So you try to keep it as clean as you can, you guys.
We got one who's already paid and isn't here.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Crazy, crazy.
Huh. Gail,
Yes.
you are in the middle school advanced camp as well.
I know, you know, it was.
I don't know how that happened.
I can very much see you in the middle school class. Yeah. That was tough last week when I teach the middle school. Those are tough. Kids at 12 years old, they are rough. Check that out, guys.
I did that for.
Oh, check that out, Gail. Those kids are so mean, it's amazing. There was one kid that was a little younger, he was 10 years old, and it's true, he talked all the time, and I have to say, quiet. He was bothering everyone, but he wasn't mean in the way he was acting, he was just like to talk, you know. Wasn't working that much, that's true, but he wasn't bothering anyone really. Well, the last day, everything that I taught them, I made them competition for everything, and gave them prizes, right? In the afternoon, they have to do an animation. And they did animation, everyone, and then we all vote, yeah, screaming and stuff like that. And the animation that won is the animation that actually, it's a little stick figure guy that walks in an environment, and he walks and he says, you can see blah, 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 blah. It gets bigger and bigger, and at the end, the stick figure falls and says, stop talking! And the name of the student. I was like, wow, that's great, man. Oh, that was so mean. That student, that little kid, you know, he was cool. So I said, hey, this is not cool, you guys. You can't do stuff like that. Took the name off and stuff, you know. And I gave him a prize even if he didn't win. But I was like, you guys are just plainly mean, you know. Little kid. I had a friend, a family doctor, as a good friend of mine, that told me that under 9 years old, kids, people do not have sentiments in reality. So just rearrange your stuff now to get to, and you want to make sure you rearrange, for example, right here, you know, I definitely want to make sure that I have a part that is just for the opening of the arms. You know what I'm saying? So I want to move, I'm going to probably move that right here, and that one maybe just under the arm. Like that, I can just extrude the arms after that. You know what I'm saying? And also you have to improvise sometime a little bit with the drawing. It depends on how the drawing looks like, frankly.